Welcome. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for logging back in. So before we get started, if you did not realize, there were two videos that I did take down that I had already posted that did get views, comments, and stuff like that. I took them down because of copyright. First of all, one of them had a copyright. No, both of them actually had a copyright. And I wanted to re-edit them, but instead I was like, no, it's okay. Like, I really did want to re-edit them, but I was like, no, it's okay. Let me not re-edit them. Let me just keep them down, and I'll make more videos along the way. So I know I haven't been posting. Don't blame me. Don't bite me. But that is because I was stuck not knowing what to post. I didn't know whether I wanted to post a vlog or talk, like sit down chat kind of vibe, like story time, but not really a story time kind of situation, if you get what I mean. So I just decided that I am going to do a little bit of a, not necessarily a story time, but a little bit of advice and explain why I left my job. Like I had said in the first video that I said I was going to do a sit down of why I left my job. I won't be telling you where I worked, but I'll just be giving you where, like the location, why I left my job, and how I survived as a first year student plus a working girly. Yeah, let's get into it. So as I had stated in the very first video that I did make, that I am a college student as well as a working girly at the time. So I was studying a higher certificate in advertising and integrated communications, and it was going great, guys. I love school. School is something I can do continuously, and I don't love school because of the entertainment part of it and the friend aspect of it that I wouldn't care to miss. But what I like about school is the educational part of it, like the information grabbing and everything. It's just like, what I'm actually supposed to be at school for. Sharp. So I had a course, I had a module in my course called Work Integrated Studies. So, which basically means that at the end of your course, you are required to get an internship or a work position, which helps you, how do I put this? Put what you've learned throughout the year to good use. Basically, like they do give you the option of an internship, paid internship or unpaid internship, and in the part of an unpaid internship, it's like you volunteering to go to a library, a school, somewhere where you can educate people about the things you've learned throughout the whole year. So what I had done is I had gone to a company to do a unpaid internship, but not to educate, rather to learn, to help me decide whether I want to further my studies after the higher certificate, which was a client service internship, which, I loved. Great. I wish I had worked there officially, but, can't pick and choose. And then after that was done, I did that for about 3 weeks. And then I had went back to school for like, I think a week until another job opportunity came up. And the reason why I put it in quotation marks is that with our school during the semester break, we have like a 2-month semester break. So at the beginning of the semester break, they do send notifications on the HE library, which is like a student portal library, like information desk kind of situation, but online. So they do send information of work opportunities that you can get, mainly in retail, honestly. But during the semester break, I was bored, so I was just like, you know what, let me apply for this, let me see what happens. And I had completely forgotten about it. So as soon as I was done with the unpaid internship at the client services, a week passed until the other company got back to me, and they were like, okay, we would like you to come work for us, such and such and such. So I did the interview processes, and with this job they do give you additional courses to do so you can learn more about the company if you didn't know anything about the company, basically. And I did those. I started working there end of September. Let's put the years with it. So end of September 2023, last year. You know, it was great. It was an experience, let me say that. I did learn a lot from it. So I am a very quiet person. I don't like socializing that well. No, I'm lying. I like socializing. It's just I used to be a person to like speak when spoken to kind of situation. So with this retail opportunity, it did give me a platform to use my voice and learn how to use my voice actually, and to not be afraid to approach people, communicate, like help people. So yeah, that was going great, and it was a working experience that I did not mind. The pay was good, especially because it was my first job where I actually got paid. So I did not mind the pay that I was getting. Even looking back at it now, I still don't mind that I was getting paid that much. And that I will get into detail with you a little later on when I'm giving the advice bits of how to basically budget, save, and so forth as a student slash first time worker. So, well, with my lifestyle. So the advice may not work for everybody, but for the ones who it does work for, great. I'm glad it could help you. But yeah, the reason why I had left my working space is because it had started becoming a toxic working space. So in terms of work treatment, like from the headquarters kind of um work treatment, and internal with the people that I did work with. And then other reason why I left where I worked is because it gave me no personal time. Yes, it is a job, and you barely have personal time when you have a job, but people usually get like their weekends when they're working a 9 to 5, let's say. They get their weekends, and I was not even getting that. I worked 6 days a week. You got in at 7 earliest and left at 6, and then latest you would leave is 11, but that's only when it's like stock take day, which would happen every 3 months, I think it was. So that's not bad, but the latest you would generally leave is 6, if not 7. So yeah, for now, let's do the advice bit of everything, where I kind of take you guys through how I budgeted through my 9 months of work experience. And yeah, so this would be the monthly budget kind of calendar that I have set up for you guys. I started with December and January because that is where I would say my budget was come go kind of a situation. I don't really know how to explain it to you guys, but I just felt like it would be best to start with December and January, and then end off with April and May, because May is when I had left. End of May is when I had left my job. So I just want to do like for May my last kind of payment and what I really did with it. But let's get into it. So what I do want to start with you guys is that when I started working there, the rate was 32.10, and the first month that I did work, I worked about 194 hours, which would then total a payment of, okay, this doesn't seem right, but I don't know. I forgot how much I got paid my first time, but then in December, how much did I get paid in December? I'm not sure, but our payments were split into, obviously you would then get the November payments, and then along of December they did give us like what you guys would say would be a bonus, but for us it's not a bonus. They're just making us feel like it's a bonus. They give you half of your commission that you had made of the previous month. So the way commissions worked with us is that you would get a certain type target. So let's do it like that. If you had made your target, you would get the target amount times 4%. Now this 4% would be if you had made your sales target, your membership target, and your basket size target. So if you do work in retail, you will understand what all of this means, hopefully. But sales target is kind of what it just says, the amount that you are required to make each month as an individual. And then a basket size is the amount per sale that you would make. So at the time of December, the basket size was 1.5. So let's say I had sold a t-shirt, which at the time is $7.50. I would have to sell 2 t-shirts in one sale to make the basket size of 1.5. So now if you only sell the one t-shirt, that would make 7.5. My god, why do I feel like I've been saying 7.5? But yeah, if you had only sold the one t-shirt, you would be making $7.50 as your basket size on that first sale. And then I'm not sure if you guys can see this, so I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. But yeah, as I was saying, because I just wanted you guys to see this part that I am doing. So you would then get your basket size as I just explained, and then there would be, what is the other one that I said? Basket size and membership cards. So membership cards are basically like cards, little, let's say business cards that you would give to customers every time they purchase, where they would fill in their details, name, surname, cell phone number, birthday, and yeah, email address. Yes. So with that membership, they would just send information to the customers about promotions and stuff like that. So yeah, you would have to make all 3 basket size sales and membership cards to get that 4% over there. Now let's say you did not get that all 3 of those. You only got your sales and your basket size, or your sales and your membership. You would then get your target amount times 2%. That is only if this 2% is only inclusive of the fact that you have made your target sales. Yeah, so let's get into it properly now. So I think let's start with January, then maybe I'll remember how much I got paid in December. Okay, I found where I wrote down, because luckily I had this thing of writing down how much I got paid and then used to subtract. So used to basically do like a mini budget on paper. So in December I got paid how much? I got paid 5,247,96. So usually people say don't tell people how much you get paid, and the only reason why I'm actually writing down the actual figures for you guys is just so I can break it down properly, of like not missing any information of how I would budget for the rest of the month and the upcoming months and stuff like that. So with this, I would then say transport for the whole month for work, and then at the time I used to pay the DSTV subscription for the household. So DSTV, and then I would have an amount that I'll put into my savings. And in December is when I decided that I was going to actually start saving for my sister's birthday, which is in February. So because she was turning 21, I wanted it to be a little special from my side. So give her everything I can, since I did have a job at that time. So then it would be Kumon's B-Day. So transport would generally, I would put it to a fixed number. As much as it wasn't this amount, I would just put it to this amount to, in case of emergency. Yes, so that would be 2,000. And then DSTV was 130. And then savings, I would usually put away 500. And then for my sister's birthday, at the time, I put away 500. So if you do the calculations of how much I actually got paid minus all of this, we would then be left with 2,121. So with that 2,000, on the days that I didn't go to school, as I had that I didn't go to work, as I had said, I worked 6 days 6 days a week, I would go to school on a Wednesday. So that would usually cover some of the money that I spent on Wednesdays would come out of this 2,000 that was left. So that would be my transport to go to school, my lunch that I would buy, and anything else that I really wanted that did not fall under this budget. So if I wanted clothes, then it would come out of that. If I wanted shoes, which I became really big on saving for, it became part of my actual budget, because every second month I would want a new pair of shoes. So yeah, this would basically be like free spend kind of money. And then January. So before we skip to January, I want to say that that's how much I got paid. I think it was in the whole of December. I'm not sure, but there was an amount that I got paid during December, which is about 3,000. So which made, I'm really not sure, guys. I want to tell you, but I'm really not sure, because here it says that, oh, this is where my commission part of the budget comes in January. So I had made my my sales target. I had completed it in December, as well as the 4% that you see over here. So let's just use another color. So now what I had gotten paid in the end of January was my basic at the time, which was 5,988, and then the commission I had made from December, which was 3. So my mistake. I had confused them. I had basically switched them around. So the fix you guys the angle for you guys. This was my basic because I had barely worked in January, and then this was the commission that I had gotten from this month. So yeah, and then from all of that, the December, so which was in December, this savings, I did add 3,000 to it from that middle payment that we got in December. So I just took that and then added it to my savings, so making it 3.5. And then the transport, we said, was 2,000, and then shoes I had put away 1.6, and then DSTV was 130. My sister's birthday I had put away 1,000. She is going to see this video and be like, yeah, no, she spent. And she told me not to tell her how much I spent on her birthday coming out of my pocket, but girl, I tried. It falls under my budget, so I couldn't really escape not telling you. So if you do actually watch this, yeah, now you know. And then here I had put away 230. Honestly, I don't know what hairstyle I was doing with 230 because most of my hairstyles go around, total payment on my hair go around 500. But yeah, and then that's when I had been more committed into not being more committed. That's when I had realized what I have been saving for. So I am a person, my whole family knows, my friends know that I will save. I do not know what I'm saving for, but I will save regardless of the event or what is going on in my life. I will save. So this savings, we have now renamed it and put it into phone allowance. So I had been wanting a new phone for the longest of time. My family knew. Yes, I had gotten a phone in 2022 in October or end of September, I'm not sure. So I had that phone for 1 year and I was just like, nope, I want a new phone. And the phone that I had gotten by 2022, it had then gone through a lot, so it needed a replacement. It is not my fault, guys. Especially, I'll explain here and here what that phone went through. So phone allowance, I had then put aside 3,000, and then yeah, and then what I was left with at the end of the month after subtracting all of this. So this together, yeah, you'll do the maths. I'm not about to traumatize people like that. You'll do the maths if you really want to know. What I was left with at the end of the month was 1,280. Oh, so you see how I said for December that 2,000 was basically to go to school and all that? I was talking crap because I was on school holidays. I didn't go to school. So that 2,000, I was spending it on fun times, honestly. And then this 1,000, I think I had taken some of it to buy my sister stationery because she had decided that she was going to go back to school. So this remainder of the 1,000, I took some of it to buy stationery, and I'm not sure if I bought some groceries, but like things that I wanted in the house that they don't usually buy. That is what I did with that. And then April's payment, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I don't know how much I got paid in April. And then so what I did want to say for April, let me just fix y'all again so you can get April's view. In April, they did increase our salary. So from the 32, it had become 35.10, I think. I'm not sure. 35.10. And then that is when we were really short-staffed. So there were 4 people working. I'm not sure if it was 4 or 3 people working in a shop where primarily there's supposed to be 4 to 5 people. No, there were 3. Yeah, there were 3 or 4 people working in the shop where primarily they're supposed to be 4 to 5 and plus. So we were really short-staffed. So we got paid. I would say we got paid more, but that's because we were covering more hours. So at the time in April, the hours I had worked that month were, I think, let's do 2 to 4 because that's what I do remember. So I got paid 7,862, 4. So what I do want to emphasize before I continue is that for a first-time working girly, this was a lot, especially in December and January. I had gotten paid a lot, an amount that I'm not used to because I didn't really get allowance in high school. So working for myself and getting these amounts was like, okay, it shows that I'm not a reckless spender. I'm still able to save and still have leftover savings. And it really meant a lot to me because emergencies were there where now you're having to, really but yeah, emergencies were there where now you're having to spend monies that you weren't really planning on spending. So these amounts were really useful to me. So in April, my sister's birthday was in February. So in the April budget, the birthday money is not coming out. So what I do remember doing in April with that money is obviously transport, I think I paid DSTV, I'm not sure, and then phone allowance, shoes. So here I did end up buying my shoes, which are the Nike Up Tempos. I got the color black. My first pair of shoes that I bought myself. I was so proud of them. I do not like them that much anymore because I'm the type of person, after I buy new shoes, it takes me 2 months and then I'm over them and then I want a new pair of shoes. So that's why this is back. So transport was 2,000, DSTV 130. I think I had paid 145 though because I was late on payment, so they add more for you on payment. And then here I think I put aside 1,000, if not 1.5, I'm not really sure. And then here I had put 1,000, I guess. I'm not sure. Oh, and aside from this phone allowance, it was not 1,000 initially, it was 900 because the phone that I did have before, the Samsung, was broken. So I just wanted to go fix it. And then in me fixing it, before I went to go fix it, because in April, that was the second time I had to go fix it. The first time, I think it fell. And yeah, it froze and I just couldn't use my phone anymore. And then the second time we're here, I was supposed to go fix it. My phone got run over by a taxi. Moment of silence. It got run over by a taxi and there was nothing I could do, just save it. I'm not Superman. I'm not going to push the taxi aside and grab my bag from underneath the taxi. So I did really want to fix my phone, but then I realized there is no fixing this phone. It is bent. The screen is cracked. You don't really have a screen. The ink is everywhere. So is it really worth the hassle to fix this phone? And I decided, no, I'm not doing that for myself. I've been wanting a new phone. So maybe this is God saying, girl, stop fixing that phone and just get another phone. That's how I ended up with this baby, my iPhone 13. But yeah, we got phone, shoes, DSTV transport. So let's see. That totaled of 4,000. Oh, and then I went to go buy clothes because yeah, I had developed this habit of buying. If I don't buy shoes that month, I will buy clothes and then some groceries. But then May was now the last month of me working. As much as I knew it, I didn't want to accept that I am done with this company and its toxicity and everything. May was my last month, so I don't really remember how much I got paid in May. I wanted, let's do this. What I do remember getting paid was around the 7,000. So let's do 7, 5, 6, 4. It's just a round off. It's not what I actually got paid, but I remember this is the actual starting number, the 7,000. So, we cancel out we cancel out transport now because now I don't have to be going to work every single day. But what I did keep there was allowance, shoes. Oh, what I did forget to add from April and January, but I think I took it out in February. No, I took it out in February and April, was my maintenance day for my birthday. I didn't want to do anything big for my birthday. I just wanted a maintenance day where I went to go do my nails, my hair, and maybe a lunch, and I bought myself an outfit. So that I did take out of here, and I did beginning of May. 1st of May, my birthday. If you do pay attention to my vlogs and my get to know me, if you go back and watch that, you will know my birthday was on the 1st of May. Yeah, so phone allowance, shoes. Don't know if I paid DSTV or not. I'm not gonna lie to you. I honestly don't know what I did with my money, but I do remember that the phone allowance increased drastically, where I now had put in 3,000 for my phone allowance, and then the shoes, I think I had put 2,000. I'm not sure, but now that makes 5,000, meaning I'm still left with 2,000. I think I did buy some clothes. I'm not really sure. I'm not gonna lie to you. These last 2 months of me working, I was just so out of it where I didn't really care how I spent my money. I just knew I had a lot left over at the end of May. end of May, beginning of June, when I actually had left my job, to the point where it carried me over for the whole of June and some of July. So yeah, because some people are going to do the calculations and they will think they're being clever. With the phone allowance, this is not all I had saved for my phone. I had started saving for my phone in August last year, and the last savings came out of May. So as much as we put, listen, can you try calculator for you guys? 4,000, 7,000, and then 8, 9, 10, 10.5. And then there were other monies that went into this whole thing, but that's only for the phone. So let's go. So guys, as you can see, it wasn't really hard being a first time employee while being a student. What I can say was hard was maintaining the personal life as well as the work life, especially because I didn't really have a work life because the amount of hours that I worked, which was really starting to toll on me, which is, as I said, a main reason why I had left, besides the treatment. Yes, because what I do want to emphasize in the treatment of why I had left is because I was the youngest person where I worked, and in some instances I felt like because I was the youngest, people felt like they could throw more responsibilities and things on me because they did realize that I'm not one to speak up or speak out when I feel like I'm overwhelmed, or I feel like I'm being belittled, or I don't know what word to use per se, but yeah, it just started getting a lot for me, where now if I were to speak to anybody else, for the fact that they're older than me, if my boss had sensed a change of tone, whether it wasn't intentional change of tone, because yes, sometimes I would like get annoyed, but not to a point where I'd like risk my job. Like, I'm not that stupid. But yeah, it was just like I really can't anymore take the treatment that I'm getting from you guys. But yeah, what I can say is start a saving account, guys. It's for, I was about to say that for me, it was fun starting that saving account. It really helped in a way that I didn't think it would, but I'm grateful that I actually started saving when I started working immediately. I didn't wait for the last minutes of my job to crumble and fall for me to start saving. I just, when I felt like I had enough money to start saving and I could still do other things with other amounts, I was like, this may pay off, and it did. So with that being said, I hope you guys did learn a lot. Okay, not really a lot, but did learn a few things from this video. I hope you took down some notes and took away some information, whether it was about me, whether it was about how to budget, whether anything. I just hope you learned something from this video. Another thing that I did want to mention that I kept forgetting was part of those reasons that I left work was because the work-life balance, is because I did continue my studies into a diploma of marketing management, and the retail lifestyle was not working for me at all, especially because we were low staffed. It was not working for me to a point where I remember I was writing in first semester, obviously. I was about to write my exams, which started on the 5th of June, I think. which was a contributing factor of why I left so immediate at work. My exam started in June, and only a week before the exam started, I had realized that I'm writing exams in a week, and I was not done studying, nowhere near close to studying. So that was a big wake-up call for me. And also I decided this retail life, it's nice and all, it works for some people, especially if you really need the job immediately, you need the money like now, it works for you guys. But I am so into the corporate girl lifestyle that I was just like, no, this is not what I wanted for myself. It took me a long time to figure out what I wanted for myself, and yeah, no, I figured out that retail is not what I want. It can be what I get, and in terms of if I'm struggling to find work, yes, I will go back into retail. But I am heavy on trying to be a corporate girly, guys, especially because as much as I'm here on this platform, it's just like, yes, I love the digital content creation aspects of it, but digital media on its own is a very interesting career path to go down. So I was just like, I like that, let me go for that. So that's why I was just like, retail, I can't wait. I want to finish my studies, finish them good, so I can get a corporate girl lifestyle. But yeah, I hope you did like the video. Please, if you did watch until the end, please do like, comment, subscribe. Do comment down below anything in terms of how you would budget, or like, with actually comment down if you did get a allowance in high school, and if you did, how much was it, and how much would you usually save, or what would you actually do with your budgets, I mean with your allowances, sorry. But yeah, what would you guys actually do with your allowances? But nonetheless, please do share the video. Please, I don't know, guys, like, follow the subscribe. That's what I'm being trying to say. Subscribe. I need the subscribers, please. But nonetheless, thank you.